Hey guys, a very good morning. It's Fabio here, and a little bit earlier than normal because I'm heading to Morocco today, actually, to Marrakesh for New Year's. But obviously, I made the agreement with myself. I'm not going to miss out on any market outlooks, so therefore, a little bit of an early one today. So what has happened to EURUSD? Well, EURUSD actually did exactly what we wanted after grabbing liquidity above this high, which was situated right below the overall supply zone over here on the daily time frame. You can see that we tap in and then we see a strong push down. Now, this is exactly what I wanted because this now means that we've seen a daily fractal structure break and that this is now our daily fractal range. Going in towards the 4 hour now, this now means that the 4 hour is also bearish because here on the 4 hour time frame, we saw a fractal high break. The fractal high got broken by this fractal low, and you can see that we pretty much directly took out the fractal low once again, meaning that our current bearish fractal range is between this high and this low. Now, the market at this point in time has retraced pretty much exactly in towards 0.5. You can see as soon as we tap 0.5, the market is finding let's say, strength to push back down lower, it seems. Obviously, it's still the Asian session, so not expecting too much. But this is also the buy before the sell down, which we've now tapped into. So I'm going to be looking for a short opportunity inside of this 4 hour supply zone today, in line with the overall daily swing and daily fractal, but also in line with the overall 4 hour fractal structure as well. So that's the setup that I have on my eyes for EURUSD. Now looking here at the dollar index, the dollar index has not changed a lot. The only thing that I like about the dollar is that there's no top wick here on this daily candle, which often signals that we're going to see another push up to create that top wick at least. So looking still for further upside from the dollar. Obviously, we are just simply consolidating. So I can drop a whole analysis, whatever. It doesn't really matter that much. All I know is that at this point in time, this is the demand zone that tapped into this previous demand zone. So the demand chain is there. We are bullish. So let's see if we can continue up higher from this demand zone. Obviously, if we start breaking this demand zone, then maybe EURUSD will just head up a little bit higher, and then we'll tap, for example, in towards this daily lower demand zone. But for now, it's looking good based on the 4 hour time frame to push up higher. But yeah, obviously don't keep my word for that because anything can happen between now and the London session. So let's keep an eye on this zone. As long as this low over here holds and this high over here, we are now inside discount, and it should make sense to push up higher. But obviously we are consolidating, and it is still the 31st of January or December. So keep that in mind when trading. Now, looking at AU in line with the overall dollar bullishness, it would make sense for AU to sell off. Now, AU is still very consolidative. Nothing much has changed as of now. As you guys know, I was waiting for this high to get taken out and then maybe look for the sell. But yeah, it looks like we already want to head down lower. For now, AU not very interesting. You can see that we're consolidating very heavily. Only until we start breaking below, then we want to see the supply chain form, and then we can get in on the supply zones, which are then created. Okay, so that's the setup that I'm waiting for. We need to see more bearish momentum and a more clean, let's say, indication of where the market wants to head next. Going into GBPUSD next. GBPUSD over here is or it just missed out actually on that overall liquidity high. Sadly, this is the high that was open. I wanted it to grab it and then head down lower, very similar to EU. So it looks like GU wants to head up maybe a little bit higher for now. Keeping my eyes open here on the 4 hour time frame. For now, this is the supply zone that is in control. It's not a very strong supply zone. The market is fighting in between that supply and this demand. So I'm not a big fan of trading GU. I think EU is a lot more clear. So I'll be staying out of pound dollar for now until either we break again in towards the downside. So we break that low. That is when I want to get in on the supply zone that is then created. Or if we take out the high first and then see the bearish confirmation, that is also a setup that I'm willing to take. So those are the two setups I'm looking for in GU. Obviously, everybody can say the whole analysis that I have tell me this or it tells me that. Well, for myself, this is just a range, and I'm waiting for it to choose a more clear direction. Going into NZDUSD, NZDUSD itself here is very similar to AUDUSD, very consolidative, still waiting for that high to get taken out, preferably. Until then, nothing really here on NU, not looking to trade it as clear as that. Gold, last of all, sold off as expected. We can see here, first of all, the daily time frame, guys. that after breaking the daily fractal low over here, and if you want to see the full analysis, check out yesterday's video, we tapped in towards this imbalance over here, which broke that fractal low. The current fractal structure that is bearish is in between this high and this low over here. So we made the retracement in towards that supply zone. Then you drop down in towards the 4-hour time frame, and then you can see that we tag out the initial sellers over here. Okay, so the initial sellers get tagged out. Then what happens here, we see the 4-hour fractal break happen yesterday, and as soon as that happened, we saw the retracement back up in towards this refined supply zone. If you then were to go on towards the 1-hour time frame, you can very clearly see that we come in towards this refined 1-hour supply zone and we sell off from there. So that was a potential setup that you could have taken. Overall, it is still looking bearish for now. So I'm only interested really in taking out these equal lows over here. As simple as that, just following up with the overall analysis that we did yesterday. If you want to keep it extremely simple, just look at this over here as your current supply zone, and this should continue pushing the market down lower. Once this high breaks over here, that means that we could head up higher once again, okay? So wait for this, or just rely on this black line over here. As long as that holds, we should continue down lower, okay? So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much. Happy trading. I hope I have a safe flight, and I'll speak to you guys very, very soon.